Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another video of one of my Harley Benton guitars. The EX-84 Modern in aged white. Is the guitar the ultimate master of explorers, or just another reload of a too often copied design? Can the Harley Benton crew ride the lightning, or will they only deserve St. Anger? Let's have a closer look. Before I will dive into the specs and give you my thoughts on this rock classic, let's start with a first example on how the Explorer sounds in a full mix. For the recording I used the Fortin Nameless plugin from NeuralDSP for the left and the Line6 Helix for the right guitar. Oh my god, how excited I was receiving this Explorer. A €300 Explorer with modern specs, equipped with Grover locking tuners, ebony fretboard, painted in white and with an overall nice interpretation of a classic design. That's something I was searching for a while in this price segment, and when I saw the announcement from Harley Benton a couple of weeks ago, it seemed that all my wishes would finally come true. In the meantime, I luckily also received the Harley Benton Amarok and Anglerfish, which made the wait much less painful, and finally beginning of this week the wait was over and I received my EX-84. But how good is this guitar in the end? Can it manage my high expectations? The good news first, the overall look and feel of mine is great and feels much better than the asked price. But now to the details. The neck is built as a bolt-on construction with a typical Gibson scale of 24.75 inch, has a slim taper C-shape and is, like the rest of the guitar, made of mahogany. Personally, I would have preferred a longer scale, for example similar to the one on the Anglerfish, especially as it is advertised as a modern Explorer, which mainly should serve the modern heavy crowd and which potentially might want to play lower tunings as well, but that's just my opinion. The neck is painted in the same color like the body and overall feel very comfortable to play without being sticky, especially as the neck joint is done brilliant and makes accessing the higher frets super easy. I overall prefer the natural neck of my Anglerfish and the neck shape of my Amarok, but also the Explorer feels comfortable in your hands with the slimmer C-shaping. The ebony fretboard on my Explorer is pitch black and the 22 jumbo frets are perfectly rounded and are made of nickel. It's a bit of a pity that they are not made of stainless steel, similar to, for example, the Pro models, which is one of the key selling points there. Adding these features would have definitely been the cherry on the cake, but to keep the price below the €300 line, it is also understandable that the Harley Benton crew had to cut somewhere. On the other sides, there are no compromises on the headstock, where you will find a Graphtec nut, and even some Grover locking tuners, which is insane on a guitar of this price point. I was a bit skeptical before receiving this guitar on how I would like the design of the headstock, but after holding it in my own hand, I must admit that it overall fits well to the Explorer shape. Although in my opinion it is not close as aesthetically beautiful as the original Gibson Yawn. The body shaping on the other side is much closer to the real thing, with only a slight shift of the design lines to be still on the safe side of the copy piracy. It is around 4 cm thick and weighs a comfortable 3.1 kg, which shouldn't cause any back problems. The two humbucker pickups are from Roswell, the typical Harley Benton choice, and in this Explorer the active version is installed to celebrate the modern Explorer type. Although I normally prefer passive pickups over active, you can get some great active pickup options from EMG or from Fishman. Although the Roswell pickups don't usurp their throne, they are a choice which you don't need to swap immediately. On the other side, you will be able to improve the sound of the Harley Benton by a fair margin with putting in different pickups later. As there is already a battery tray on the back side of the body, I will surely swap them against some of the previous mentioned options. The pickups are selected by a 3-way switch and controlled by a volume and a tone poti with no option for coil splitting. The installed 2-piece Tunematic bridge from WSC feels perfectly solid and is, like the flawless working input jack and the rest of the hardware, held in black. Last but not least, the backside of the body has a nice contour to let you jump into painless close combat with this baby. So where does the EX stand in the Harley Benton lineup? And how does it compare to Explorer guitars from other brands? Personally, I would have been willing to pay €100 more to get a bacon flame maple neck and some stainless steel frets similar to the Fusion Pro models, which I just love and find super appealing. Adding another $100 for an Ultimate Pro version with EMGs and with maple top like the Amarok or sandblasted ash top like the Egofish would be cool as well. Especially for people similar to me who just want the nearly perfect Explorer right out of the box for still a low price. Nevertheless, for €300 it has great features and is a great basis for further improvements and upgrades, which makes this an overall package which is hard to beat for under €400. At least I was unable to find another Explorer from any other brand which gives you these features for such a low price. The only reason I could imagine to still choose, for example, an Epiphone over this Harley Benton is the wish for the accurate Explorer look, which you will only find in the Gibson company. Last but not least, the build quality was overall fine for a €300 guitar. Similar to the other Harley Benton guitars I played so far, you potentially can find some small paint issues, not perfectly prepared frets, or some other small issues which, if cannot be fixed by yourself, the great support from Thomann will help you. I still think that this is the main category where Harley Benton should further improve, and I'm curious to see how they will develop there. Did you have the chance to check out Harley Benton guitars yet? What was your experience? What did you like or maybe didn't like about it? I'm looking very much forward to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you like my video, please support my channel and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon on my channel.